Welcome to the sequel of a video that I did not realize would actually be this engaging, but really for the wrong reasons. Let's get to it. I made a video called When Gay Men Choose to Marry Women Despite Same-Sex Attraction. My favorite comment is this from XXGentPaXX, who simply said this, quote, "I wonder why people gave so many dislikes. You didn't say anything bad." Okay, so just for fun, I'm gonna go back and look in real time, for me right now, this video. At the time I made this video, the video I'm referring to, When Gay Men Choose to Marry Women, had 181 views, 18 comments, 11 thumbs up, but 10 thumbs down. And I've been watching it most of the day. It's pretty much been neck to neck. Every time I get a like, I get a dislike. And actually the dislikes have usually been one ahead of likes. You know, and I will admit, and I love to study this thing, why is it that people would dislike that video? And it is true. I had a very neutral stance on the topic. I never really gave my opinion on homosexuality. Even though if you watch the video about me being a libertarian that I made a couple weeks ago, I told you exactly how I feel about it. But in that video, I was careful not to tell you how I feel because that didn't matter for the video. Where the video was actually, the video could have been 10 seconds long, and here it is. Hey guys, did you realize that it wasn't always as acceptable as it is now to be gay? So for many, many decades, especially in recent history, men who were attracted to other men married women so they wouldn't have to take the heat of being a gay man. They just fooled everybody the best they could, married a woman, had kids, and did their best to live a normal life, and they never acted on their desires to be with men physically. That would have been the video. That would have been the end of it. And what should have happened is people should have said, you know what, Nick, that's a good point. I never thought about that. That's a very good point. That for a long time, men have had to fake, they have basically had to deny how they actually physically felt, which is that they were physically attracted to men, but they married women instead. That's a thing that happened, and it's still happening today. End scene, that's the thought, it ends there. But what's funny is, and you know, I study emotional intelligence, I study high conflict personality, I study identity protective cognition. So what happens is, the reason this video has a decent number of dislikes, that's more dislikes than most of my videos. Here's what happened. When a lot of people watched the video, instead of hearing what I had to say, which again was this, hey guys, gay men have been marrying women and they've denied how they felt about men, and they never cheated on their wives with men, they just completely denied their homosexual desires. Instead of just, that's the takeaway, interesting thought, Nick, thanks. Instead of doing that, here's what they did. Half the people that disliked the video, they disliked it because I did not specifically condemn homosexuality. I did not say homosexuality is a sin. I didn't say that in the video. So because I didn't demonize that one particular sin as listed in the Bible with all the other sins, like gossip, premarital sex, you know, murder, everything else, because I didn't isolate that as a sin, they got upset and said, well, I'm disliking it because he is not bashing homosexuality. But what's ironic is the other people, the other half of the people that disliked the video were on the other side of the fence. They actually were gay men who said, wait a minute, he's endorsing that men who are attracted to other men who are gay, should deny their attraction to other men and they should marry women. I don't agree with that. Boo, down, no, I'm thumbs down. So what's funny is the people who disliked the video were in opposing camps and didn't realize it. Meanwhile, the people who liked it, which is equal to the number that disliked it, simply got the simple message that that's a fascinating thought, that you would be attracted to men. See, for me, okay, look, no amount of money, this is way too much information, or is it? No amount of money could a person pay me to look at another man and say, okay, get aroused. I physically would not be able to do it even for money by looking at another man. I'd be thinking about a woman, but I wouldn't be thinking of a man if I were, because I'm not wired that way. But certain men are actually attracted at the thought, the sight of another man, and they could be attracted in that way. And yes, men like that have denied those desires and faithfully married a woman and only stayed with a woman. That's fascinating. That should be the takeaway. But really what happened is that video became a study about the audience, about how people only hear what they want to hear, how people are they have such an allegiance to their camp. And homosexuality does that to people. They think either you've got to be all for gays in every way or you've got to be completely against them. Which side are you on? Okay, well, because he didn't condemn or gay people in this video, but also because he made it seem like you should deny your homosexual feelings. Either way, he's not in my camp. And they did that to me. But you can see that half of the audience that voted either way, the other half understood that this is a simple message. But people get so caught up in identity protective cognition. They have these thoughts that are so much part of them that if anyone says something that they perceive that goes against it, they feel attacked and they get angry and emotional and they react to that. So that's what you see in the downvotes, even though they were of opposing camps. That's so fascinating to me. And actually, I feel like I need to make a couple more videos about this concept. I think it really is interesting about gay men and like understanding why. So, you know what? As long as this video does decent, I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. I'm gonna press the button and turn this off and make maybe 2 more videos about ultimately what I believe causes men to be gay. Yes, I said cause, but are they born that way? Guess you'll have to find out in the video. But as for now, comment on this video. Is anyone willing to agree with me that the real reason people downvoted the video is because they heard something that I actually wasn't saying in that video, when really I was saying gay men who are attracted to men, married women, and never acted on it, and that's all that I had to say, but they heard something else? You be the judge. Oh, and don't forget to give me a thumbs down. Comments right here.